Hi guys, what's up? And this is the start of my backlist reading vlog. Backlist Readathon reading vlog. So it's Monday the 9th, and so that means the first day of the readathon. And I have made progress. I have made serious progress in Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I don't know how I feel about this. It's very sexy. Very, very sexy. So I can understand why people enjoy this. And I don't hate it. I'm really flying through it, but I suspected that. I'm almost on page 200, so I'm hopefully going to finish this tonight. But this one is about Miles and Tate. And Tate goes to live with her brother, and across the hall is one of her brother's friends, Miles, who's very secretive about his past. It does go back and forth between perspectives, and it's Tate most of the time, and then it goes back 6 years earlier to Miles' past, so we get an idea of why he is the way he is. And I really like Miles' past so far. Yeah, but I think this book is really taking off on what's going to happen, which I'm almost 200 pages in, so hopefully it's only like a 320 page book. So I'm hoping that we get a Miles storyline where because he's not really a dick, which I like. He does have apparently a tragic past of some sort. Which he doesn't rely on, I guess, because he's not really that much of a dick. Sometimes he can be. I just ended a part where he was kind of a dick, but he's not an intentional dick. Like, he doesn't mean to. So, he's not like Dylan in this damn book. Dylan, I want to punch in the face. But I think everyone does, even his supposed friends. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Hopefully I'll finish this tonight. It's not bad writing, to be honest. Okay, listen, I was expecting to go into this with it being terrible writing because people have a love-hate relationship. They either love Colleen Hoover's books or they hate her. And I don't know. I don't hate her, but I also don't love her, so maybe I'm in the middle. And then I also came across a situation. For some reason, I considered Such a Fun Age a backlist book, even though it came out this year. And I don't know why I did that. I have no clue why. I was like, oh, this isn't a backlist book. So I think I'm going to try and read it. I don't know how I'm feeling about it currently anyway, because I read a little bit of it a few days ago. So I may wait on this one. I don't know. But for the diverse book, I didn't even think about this. I can just use a little life because I really, really want to finish this month at least. And so I want to read a good chunk of it during the readathon. So yeah. Hopefully I can read at least 2 or 3 books. That's what I'm hoping. I think I can get to the Agatha Christie book easily. And read some of this at the same time. And I don't know if I'm going to make this a priority or not, just because I'm really, I don't know, it's kind of iffy for me. It kind of reminds me of how I was feeling about An American Marriage. You have to be in the right, mindset to read it, just because it is one of those books that not a lot happens. Like, at the very beginning, it was very intriguing, and then it just kind of flatten out, and there's like a birthday party, and I was just like, ugh. I am 57 pages in, and it's only like 300 something pages, so maybe I'll just do it because it's due on the 17th, so I have like a week, so we'll see. But that is my update. I just want to update you guys. Hey guys, so I just wanted to update you guys because I didn't yesterday, which was Tuesday. It's now Wednesday of the Backlist Readathon. I did not read much yesterday. My sister came over, and so we were just kind of hanging out. I did read a little bit of Into the Water, which I know is not on my backlist, but it is a backlist book that is on my TBR this month. So if I wanted to, I could add it to it. It's fine. But I do have a update. I finished this Monday night, and it is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I actually really enjoyed this. I was not expecting it. I cried, and I'll probably be picking up more of her books because her writing isn't bad, and the story was pretty good. I know that some of her other books have more dickier guys, so maybe I won't enjoy them as much as this one, because I gave this one 5 stars. And I was not expecting that, and don't know how happy I am about it. So this means I'll probably be picking up more romance. More romance like this, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry, it's very bright. It's very bright today. So I even have my blinds closed, and this is what's happening. So I'm just gonna be glowing right here. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I think it's a good story. It got me though, because like what was wrong with this dude is crazy. I had an inkling. Like halfway through this book, I had an inkling of what was going on, and I was like, I mean, this is the only thing that kind of makes sense about what's going on. So, I was right. Wasn't expecting the exact scenario that happened, but I was along the right lines. But I think this is a very quick read. I read it all in one day, and I highly enjoyed it. So the plan for today is I am going to hang out with one of my book besties, and we are going to go to the bookstore and read. I think I'm going to bring Such a Fun Age. Listen, I don't know why I thought, hey, this is a backlist. Although it did come out in January. So I can kind of get away with it. But I really need to prioritize it because it's due the 17th. So yeah, that's my update. I finished one book. I don't know how well I'm going to do with this readathon, just because I have a lot going on this week. That is my update. Hopefully I'll update you guys tonight. Hopefully I finish something. I probably won't have, but there's a possibility. Hey guys, so I'm gonna update you guys, finally. Listen, I haven't read a lot. I've made quite a bit of progress in Such a Fun Age, but again, I put it on my list, but it's not considered a backlist book. So I haven't made much progress with any of my other backlist TBR. So from the last update, I think it was the last update, I told you guys that I was going to try and make a big chunk in a little life. And so I read some of it. I read a few pages, and I was just ultimately confused, and it was the beginning of part 2, so I was like, I shouldn't be confused because I know what happened in part 1. So I went out with one of my friends to the bookstore, and we were reading, and then we were also talking, because this is A Little Life is what we were, it's what we were buddy reading, and yeah, so we were talking, and we were like, we just can't get into it. We don't want to force ourselves to read it if we're not enjoying it, and we decided to DNF it because we're just not enjoying it. We don't understand anything that's really going on, because it's quite confusing, because you don't ever know who's talking, and all the guys except for Jude are kind of the same. And we also realized that nothing really happens except that it breaks your heart. So like, is it really worth reading 800 pages, 700 pages for your heart to just be broken? So we decided to DNF it, which is sad, because I thought I was gonna actually really like it. I think it's on my 5-star predictions, and I didn't enjoy it. which is really sad. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have. I've been doing terrible at this backlist readathon. I don't know. I don't know. And then yesterday I got a bunch of books at the library. I'm planning to film a few videos. I need to finish editing a video. But I will have time now to do these things. Because my spring break got extended, my stats class I still have to do a few things for because it doesn't change. This extension of spring break doesn't change that class just because we are already in online class. But after spring break, all of my classes will be online. So I never have to leave my house now, which under the circumstances, it's terrible. But, I mean, hopefully this means I'll get more reading in. I think that's all us readers can do in this moment, even though it's kind of terrifying. We can hopefully get our reading done. So far it hasn't gone well for me. But I picked up a few Colleen Hoover books as well because I really liked Ugly Love. I also picked up 2 Karen Slaughter books and an Ellen Hopkins book, so they've started, so now I'm reading like 6 books. Yeah, it's a disaster. I don't know what's going on with me. Yeah. So that's my update for Backlistathon. Hey guys, what's up? And so I thought that I would update you guys. It is almost Sunday because it's like almost midnight, but it's still Saturday the 14th. So I still have one day of the readathon. And I do have an update for you. I have finished Maybe Not by Colleen Hoover. And this I considered my shortest book on my TBR because it is shorter than Crooked House by Agatha Christie, which is what I chose first. Well, in my TBR, that's what I chose. But then I picked this one up from the library, and this is only, I think, like 161 pages. I think that's, or maybe, I think this one's shorter. I think it's 120, I think. Yeah, pretty sure this is 120. But, yeah. So I was able to put it as my shortest read, and I never read Maybe Someday, or I haven't read Maybe Someday yet. So I was a little confused at the beginning, but I did enjoy this book. But there was a scene that I just could not get out of my head because I was like, this is not consensual. There is a sex scene in here that is not quite consensual because she keeps saying no and stop. And he continues on, and then Colleen Hoover justifies it by saying that Bridget enjoys it. I'm like, that's still not consensual sex. So that's an issue with this book, and I gave it 2 stars because of that. Because it just irritated me so much, and I was like, you can't cover that up. Ugly Love had none of that. And then I read this one, and there was some of it in it. And I was just like... Also, can we just talk about how Warren has an obsession with porn? It is terrible. I do like that there's deaf rep. The only issue I have with that is that they just assume that if you're deaf, you're also mute, and that's not always true. So, I don't know. It was fine, but I still gave it 2 stars just because of the minor issues. Well, one of them was not a minor issue. One of them was a huge ass issue because Colleen Hoover, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to allow non-consensual sex to happen, even though you pretend it's consensual. Like, it irritates me. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on that. That's all I finished. I just have not been reading that much, but it seems like these romance books that I've been reading, I've been able to read very, very fast. I've been trying to make quite a bit of progress in such a fun age, but there's just moments in the book where I'm like, I can't. And then there's moments where I'm like, oh, this is super interesting. So I'm still trying to decide. I may end up DNFing it, which I know is terrible because I just DNF'd another book. But literally, if I'm not feeling it, I don't care. Because I'm like 100 and something pages into that book. But and it's only like 312 pages, but I do not want to push through it and get myself in a reading slump because that's what's currently happening. I'm trying to keep myself out of a reading slump, and that's why I'm reading all these romance ones because apparently I enjoyed them, even though, you know, some of them have issues. But I obviously am reading through them pretty quickly, so yeah, I may try and do that. I also have Tilt. I'm just assuming that this month I am not going to get through the TBR that I made because I am not in the mood to read any of them. I know it's only the 14th, but I just don't know. Maybe I'll become in the mood for them sometime soon, but yeah. I've made my April TBR, and my April TBR I'm actually super excited for. There are books that I've been wanting to read for a while, so I think that I'll actually be able to do that. I also only did 6, so yeah. Hey guys, so I'm currently editing this video and I realized I did not end the vlog. So this is me ending the vlog. I did not read anything. The weekend of the Backlist Readathon, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it was. I kind of failed at this readathon. I read 2 books, but still, like, one of them was a novella. So, yeah, obviously this was a fail, and I'm learning I'm not great at readathons. So, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and end the vlog. So, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.